Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Ruru. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'll be making an easy cream cheese pound cake. What you see me doing now is add 8 ounces of cream cheese to my stand mixer along with 3 sticks of margarine. Yes, I use margarine for my pound cake recipes instead of butter. I know a lot of recipes call for butter, but the margarine works just as well or maybe even better. So I'm going to blend those together well, making sure it's all incorporated together. I'll be taking my spatula to scrape down the sides to make sure I don't have any chunks of cream cheese or butter just left out, not incorporated. So make sure that's all mixed in. Then I'll be adding in 3 cups of granulated sugar. Adding the sugar to the cream cheese and butter mixture makes it fluffy. It's starting to look good already. After I have the sugar mixed in, I'm going to add in 6 large eggs. And you want to make sure that all of your ingredients are room temperature. After I put in each egg, I make sure it's blended in well to the mixture. And I do that because the egg acts as a leavening agent since there's no need for baking soda or baking powder in this recipe. It's just a quick, easy recipe with only a few needed ingredients. Anyone can make this. I hope you give it a try. Let me know in the comments if you plan on trying it and how it turns out. I love to hear your feedback. So just mix in all 6 of the eggs. Make sure it's well combined. And after I mix in all 6 of those eggs, one at a time, blending after each egg, I add in 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I like to use all-purpose flour instead of cake flour for my pound cake recipes. And I'm adding it in about a little over half a cup at a time so the flour doesn't make the mixture too dry and clump together. So after about each cup, I mix it in. Then I'll be adding in the rest of the flour. And after I add in the remaining flour, I'll be adding in 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. You can use any extract or flavoring of your choice. I have tried this recipe a few times with lemon flavoring, and it turns out delicious. It tastes like a 7-Up pound cake when you use the lemon. But today I'll just be using vanilla. And this is a good old-fashioned pound cake. I always used to make this for our office potluck when I could work at the office before this pandemic. And everyone enjoyed it. So now I'm scraping down my mixer blades to make sure I don't leave any of that creamy goodness behind. Look at that texture. So now I will be preparing my bundt pan. This is an old pan that I got from my mom a few years ago. I'm going to spray that with baking spray very well. Make sure all of the crevices are coated. Then I'm just going to scrape down my mixture into the pan. And if you need to, you can turn the pan so it's evenly distributed. And scrape that bowl clean. Don't leave anything behind. Make it so clean you might not even have to wash it. No, I'm joking. You should always wash it after you use any dishes. So I'm going to put this cake in the oven preheated at 350 for 1 hour or until a toothpick is inserted and comes out dry. So here's the cake out of the oven. It's been cooling for a while. You want to make sure it's not too hot before you try to add any icing or glaze to it. And for my glaze, I'm using a cup of powdered sugar and a tablespoon of milk. The consistency when you mix it together will be thick at first, and then you can add a little bit of milk as needed to loosen up the glaze. So you're able to drizzle it over the cake. And when you're doing your drizzle or icing, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You just want to make sure it tastes good. So just spread it out, pour it. I'm using a fork to drizzle, kind of make some little lines all over it. I'll be using all of this glaze. I'm going to just pour the rest over the cake, and it does get kind of messy. So if you have some icing on your cake platter, just clean it up before you serve it or present it. I hope you all enjoy this recipe. Thank you so much for watching.